Click on the news. You're gonna want to see this.
Just want to know where you've been hiding.
What is it going to take to finally get rid of him?
The person behind this is going to be brought to justice. What the hell just happened? I blame you more than I blame Danny.
General Hospital latest update. A fierce new Michael Corinthos storms back to Port Charles, dropping a shocking truth: the baby is mine. While Dante threatens Jason over Danny's reckless party. Amid Drew's drugging scandal, Brad flees town, Sonny faces betrayal, and the town braces for explosive fallout. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. After watching these videos, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. General Hospital spoilers, Michael Corinthos recast, for shocking words he says upon his return. General Hospital spoilers indicate that the Michael Corinthos recast should appear on canvas shortly. While a door was left open for Chad Duell to reprise the role, the actor may have opted not to return. A recent social media post from actor Robert Adamson, who played Michael temporarily here and there, seems to hint that the soap is looking to recast the character, and Mr. Corinthos' comeback will rock the land of Port Charles. Michael Corinthos' return storyline. General Hospital spoilers imply that Michael will be embroiled in a massive arc upon his return, any which way fans slice it. He left the little town and headed to a burn clinic in Germany after getting caught in the crossfire of his dad's, Sonny Corinthos' penthouse explosion. On top of that, he left behind a broken marriage with Willow Tate Corinthos as well as a one-night stand he was trying to hide with a now very pregnant Sasha Corbin. Still, will Michael return as the nice and happy-go-lucky guy everyone remembers him to be? Michael also had a bit of a vengeful side, so will that come out? A recast could change the game for General Hospital, altering the dynamics within the little town, especially if Michael comes back with a different attitude. So, how will he feel about Willow's romance with Drew Quartermaine or Sasha's newfound closeness with his other uncle, Jason Morgan? Michael's 4 shocking words upon his PC return. Michael has missed a ton of time with Wiley Corinthos and Amelia Corinthos, so he'll want to be with them as much as possible. One thing's for sure, he won't want Drew Kane to raise his children and will steamroll over Willow with his Corinthos and Quartermaine money, power, and influence to gain full custody. Still, what about his youngest child? Michael's new no-nonsense attitude could have him throwing all caution to the wind. While he won't necessarily be upset at Sasha or Jason for their charade, as they had the best intentions, he may be ready to reclaim everything that is his. This could lead him to an admittance that would shock everyone in PC with only 4 words: the baby is mine. Will Michael Corinthos return to town with a different attitude? Today's next update: General Hospital. Dante threatens manslaughter charges for Danny, Brad exits Port Charles. General Hospital recap for Thursday, May 8th, reveals that Dante Falconeri threatened accessory to manslaughter charges for Danny Morgan while Brad Cooper exited Port Charles. At General Hospital, Brad drew some attention as he strutted around in a fancy suit. Lucas Jones and Elizabeth Baldwin were surprised to learn Brad was leaving town, but they privately assumed this would be good for Portia Robinson. In Portia's office, she spoke to Nina Reeves over the phone and encouraged her to turn on the news. On her tablet at the Metro Court, Nina watched Drew Kane's press conference about being maliciously drugged with ketamine and fumed as Willow Corinthos joined him in support. After Nina ranted to Curtis Ashford about Willow standing by Drew even after finding him with an escort, Curtis acknowledged that it seemed like Drew was set up. Nearby, Tracy Quartermaine met with Jordan Ashford, Jen Sidwell and Marco Rios since she was concerned about Drew's latest drama hurting their fight against Sonny Corinthos. Sidwell downplayed the scandal before Marco insisted they had to get serious if they wanted to go after Sonny, and that meant using a public face with some charisma. Drew popped up to insist he had the charisma and that the public loved to get behind someone proving accusations wrong. After Drew made it clear that Willow was in his corner and that the person responsible for his drugging ordeal would be brought to justice, he took off. Back in Portia's office, she fished for info from Willow regarding Drew's drugging case. Willow was confident that Drew's name would be cleared, but Portia tried to act like maybe she was wrong about him. However, Isaiah Gannon took a more supportive stance when he talked to Willow and praised her for trusting her own gut. Willow admitted she needed a judge to believe Drew's side of the story since this could affect custody of her children. Next, Brad gave Portia his resignation letter and eventually met up with Drew to hand him an envelope. Drew assured Brad that he would indeed take down Portia, but it would happen on his own timetable, and there'd be plenty of destruction to go around. Brad also ran into Lucas one last time before leaving Port Charles. Lucas knew this was for the best, but he wished Brad luck as he got on the elevator. Once Drew headed to Portia's office next, he pushed for her help controlling Curtis' Aurora coverage. Drew also wanted Curtis to throw support behind Ezra Boyle as part of his plan to go after Sonny. At Sonny's house, Isaiah examined him following his flight home. Jason Morgan was also there when Dante came blowing in with accusations about Danny almost getting Rocco Falconeri killed last night. That led to Dante's story about the party Danny dragged Rocco to and the alcohol poisoning that followed. Dante confirmed that Rocco was okay, but he was clearly still angry and shaken up over what happened. Dante blamed Jason more than Danny since he was the one who let his son run wild. Once Jason left to go speak with Danny about all the chaos, Dante ranted to Sonny about Gio Palmieri's part in what happened. Sonny cut Gio some slack, which annoyed Dante since his dad sounded like Lois Cerullo. Even so, Sonny suspected Dante just got scared and needed someone to blame. Dante admitted he couldn't handle losing a son as he opened up to Sonny on Friday's GH episode. At the Quartermaine mansion, Sasha Gilmore Corbin acknowledged that she'd heard what went down last night. Danny felt like a jerk for the mess he caused, but Sasha thought it was good that he recognized what he did was wrong. Sasha was sweet with Danny and gave him some advice about learning from his mistakes, so Jason watched the nice moment as he entered nearby. Once Jason was alone with Danny, he got his son's version of what happened. Jason warned that Danny couldn't put himself in a situation like that and let it get out of control again. After Jason stressed the importance of Danny and Rocco looking out for each other as brothers, he insisted Danny would have to check in with him every night. Jason assured Danny of his trust and felt confident that his son would learn from this. Once Dante arrived, Danny let him know that he was sorry for everything. Dante said he knew before Danny left the room. That left Dante to grill Jason about the consequences for Danny since talking to him wasn't enough in his opinion. Jason looked shocked as Dante declared that Danny could be charged with accessory to manslaughter. Meanwhile, Tracy told Marco to give Sidwell a message for her. If Sidwell managed to get rid of Sonny, Tracy made a prediction about all of Port Charles being open to him. "And I personally will make sure he gets the key," Tracy promised. Back at Sonny's place, Jordan and Sidwell showed up looking for a moment of Sonny's time. Sidwell insisted he was quite certain he could make it worth Sonny's while. General Hospital spoilers say Sidwell will give Sonny updates on a surprising pitch soon enough. Today's next update: General Hospital. Drew goes public, Sidwell visits Sonny, Dante blames Jason. If you missed General Hospital today, Thursday, May 8, 2025, you are in luck. Here's a fresh recap for you below. Elizabeth Baldwin stopped in at General Hospital for an appointment, and it allowed her to catch up with Lucas Jones. As they talked, they noticed Brad Cooper dressed in a suit. He tells them that he is leaving Port Charles, and then makes his way to Portia Robinson's office to resign. Once he is finished, Brad and Lucas share a bit of an emotional goodbye. Meanwhile, Liz sees Isaiah Gannon and corners him about turning down invitations to dinner. He shares that he has been less social because the woman that he was involved with chose work over their new romance. Drew's press conference affects many people. Drew Kane has called a press conference to address his very public night of debauchery. He tells the world that he was drugged with ketamine and provides his test results from General Hospital to prove it. He vows to bring the person responsible to justice, and says that he won't be alone in doing so because Willow Corinthos is sticking by his side. Nina Reeves is at the Metro Court watching the spectacle on her iPad, and Curtis Ashford joins her at the bar. They commiserate over Drew dodging every bullet, but Curtis thinks this time Drew may have been set up, because he has never known him to do drugs. Nina shares her frustration over Willow not believing her own eyes after finding a hooker in the bedroom she shares with Drew, and Curtis totally understands. At a table nearby, Tracy Quartermain, Jen Sidwell, Jordan Ashford and Marco Rios are having a meeting. They are united in wanting to run Sonny Corinthos out of town, and Tracy wonders if Drew's mess just ruined their chances. Marco insists that despite his mob ties, Sonny is well loved and has done a lot of good to the community, so they will need to do more if they want to take him down. Drew confidently joins the table and believes that he is in good shape because people love a comeback, and that is exactly his position now. Portia fishes for information, then deals with the devil. Portia called Willow into her office after the press conference to talk. She asks if there is any information about the investigation into who drugged Drew yet, and Willow says no, but that Drew will get to the bottom of things. Portia then tries to give Willow advice as a friend, which she clearly doesn't want to hear. After leaving Portia's office, Willow stops to talk to Isaiah. She tells him that she trusts Drew, but she is going to need a judge to believe that Drew was set up, or else her relationship will cost her having custody of her kids. Meanwhile, Drew has decided to barge into Portia's office and lean in on her with fresh demands. He threatens to blow up all aspects of her life if she doesn't not only get Curtis to support him, but also to support Councilman Ezra Boyle. Dante blames Jason for Rocco's alcohol poisoning. It is very clear that Dante Falconeri needs to blame and hold people accountable for his son's close call. He stops in to see Sonny and finds Jason Morgan there. He tells them both what happened and says that while Danny Morgan took Rocco to the PCU party, he blames Jason even more for not teaching his son better. Jason leaves to talk to Danny, and Dante continues his talk with Sonny. Sonny gives Dante a bit of tough love and tells him that no matter how good of a parent you are, you can't protect your kids 100% of the time. Kids make mistakes, they have to in order to learn the lessons that they need in life. Dante knows that it's the truth, but nothing in his life has scared him more than this situation has. Back at the QS, Sasha Corbin has a chat with Danny about what has happened. She tells him that everyone makes mistakes and that something is more important than apologizing, and that is learning from it. He can correct things in the future by changing his actions. Jason joins them, and Danny tells him exactly what happened at the PCU party on the beach. He tells him how horrible he feels and how heavy the guilt is. They talk about alcohol in general, and Jason explains how AJ's use of alcohol destroyed parts of the family. Danny understands that drinking too much can ruin more than just his own life. Dante comes in the kitchen door as they talk. Danny apologizes to him, and then Dante and Jason talk alone. Dante tells Jason that Danny needs better parenting and then seems to threaten to have him charged with a crime. Sonny is finally alone at home when the doorbell rings again. This time it is Jens and Jordan looking to make some sort of deal. Thanks for watching, General Hospital fans. If you're loving the drama in Port Charles, smash that like button, drop your theories in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe. More explosive updates are coming soon.